Thanks so much for tuning in to Meeke. We've got a great show planned for you today. I don't know if you've been asking yourself the question lately, what in the world is going on with my teen? Or maybe there's a young adult in your life who's currently away from the Lord and you just can't figure out how to engage them. We're going to answer those questions today and get to the bottom of the reason why our youth are leaving the church. We've got a great show. Stick around. Meeke starts right now. I'm so glad that you've decided to stick around for Meeke. We've got a show that is near and dear to my heart. Having had my start kind of in ministry with university students and discipling them and seeing them won to the Lord Jesus, I really care about the position and the state of our young people, especially today. If you look at the world, everything is set up to move our kids away from the Lord. So even the best parents, even those who are actively engaged, are still battling the culture for the soul of their kids. And so I want to encourage you as you watch today's show not to fall asleep at the wheel and not to be on autopilot, because God has given us a great command in training up our kids in godliness and righteousness. I think about Jesus as he was talking to the disciples and almost warning them about the persecutions that they would face and what the world would look like as we were nearing the end of the age. And it's in Matthew chapter 10, verses 21 and 22. Jesus is speaking, and this is what he says. Now, brother will deliver up brother to death, and a father his child, and children will rise up against parents and cause them to be put to death. And you will be hated by all for my name's sake, but he who endures to the end will be saved. He who endures to the end will be saved. So what is happening in today's culture? Well, many of our kids are not even enduring to college. They're not even enduring through high school because there is so much that's being thrown at them on a daily basis. And many of us, even with our best intentions, we've thought that just taking them to church would be enough. We've thought that just plugging them into a youth group would be enough. Maybe if they hear the truth enough, something will sink in. We're not encouraged to leave our kids on autopilot or to parent on autopilot. We've got to actively engage them. Do you know what's going on in the culture? Do you know who your kid's favorite musician is or the types of television shows they like to watch? Do you know if they have a clear understanding of what the gospel is, that it's not the promise of your best life here? Sadly, many of our kids can't even articulate the gospel. Now, we might be able to quote Proverbs 22:6, which says, train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he's old, he won't depart from it. But many of us are not very good trainers. In fact, we're hoping that someone else will come along and pick up the slack. This is an indictment on us as believers and followers of the Lord Jesus Christ. On today's show, I hope that you will be challenged to disciple your children. I hope that you will be encouraged to stay the course and be active in their lives. You don't want to miss today's show. You don't want to miss hearing from my guest today. It's going to be exciting and it's going to be challenging. Don't go anywhere.